When you've got to keep food cold on the go, whether it's for a picnic, tailgating, car camping, or at the beach, you need a cooler. But all coolers are not the same.
They come in two styles, hard and soft-sided, in a shocking range of prices. We've tested all of them, and we're here today to talk about the right cooler for you and your lifestyle.
As we tested, we also learned how to keep any cooler cold for longer. So stay tuned for that at the end.
Soft coolers are lighter and more portable than hard coolers, but how do they compare as far as keeping things cold? And which brand is best? Let's get into it. We tested the hard and soft coolers the same way. We filled them as if we were going on a large, delicious picnic. We packed them with ice packs, cans with ice packs, cans with ice, all different ways. We ran temperature tests two ways. First, by filling each cooler with 10 pounds of ice and letting it sit, tracking the temperature until the melt water reached 50 degrees. We also packed the coolers full of chilled 12-ounce cans. We checked the temperature hourly until they themselves reached 50 degrees, which was a temperature we felt was beyond the nice, cool, crisp drink you expect. The best soft coolers kept ice for 3 days. 3 days keeping ice? That's pretty darn good. We found a technology called closed cell insulation performed best. This is a technology that uses gas forced into foam to create air pockets that keep heat out and cold in. Lining, it needs to be leak-proof. Some weren't leak-proof, and this makes a mess, and it's not good for cold retention. The liner should also wipe down easily without lots of nooks and crannies to detail clean. We liked boxy-shaped coolers over the tote bag style. We found they fit more food and they fit larger items better. Our winner, the Angle HD20, has that boxy design, but it was a little taller, and this allowed for us to comfortably fit it under our arm like we could the tote bags, but you still got that nice capacity and packing ability that you do with these square shape coolers. Soft coolers are more portable than hard coolers, but our winner here from Angle was particularly portable. There's a long strap to carry it by the shoulder. There are handles on each side, and then there's another pair of handles on top where you would carry it like a briefcase. The zipper was easy to use, which was great because some of these were not. With soft coolers, portability is where they really shine. And with our winner from Angle, you get that portability without having to sacrifice on cold retention.
For many years, coolers were basic. You spend about $25 for a plastic cooler and you called it a day. Today, there are premium coolers at prices ranging from hundreds up to over $1,000. Yeti was the first to disrupt the status quo. It sold pricey boxes that are sleek and certified bear-proof. But do you really need all that, or are the basic plastic boxes good enough? We put it to the test, except for the bears. We tested hard-sided coolers the same way we did the soft coolers. We chose a mix of models at all prices, with wheels and without, and capacities of about 50 quarts. That's a size we think is about right for a weekend's worth of supplies for 4 people. The first factor, cold retention. Yeti and other fancy coolers actually kept food refrigerator cold for 5 days. Ice didn't melt fully for 10 days in our winter. Now, it's not just about keeping your drinks cold. It's about food safety. With enough ice and careful packing, all the coolers in our lineup can safely store your food for a day or two. But our winter can do it for much longer. We wanted to know, how do these hard coolers work? How do they keep everything so cold? So we cut them in half. We went in there and sawed apart hundreds of dollars worth of coolers. We made a mess, but we learned the answer. Turns out it's about the insulation and where it is. The insulation is thicker on models with better cold retention, and it's located all the way around the cooler under the lid too. Cheap ones had no insulation under the lid, and they had a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of insulation. The premium ones had 1 to 3 inches all the way around. They work like a refrigerator with no power. That insulation really makes a difference. The next characteristic we really wanted to look at was portability and general ease of use. We filled these coolers up and we carried them, or we wheeled them over pavement, gravel, grass, up and down stairs, and in and out of the back of a car. And there is no way to sugarcoat this. These big old premium coolers are beasts. All that protection and cold retention comes at a cost. We couldn't really rent a bear to test the bear-proof claims. We wish we could. We checked into it, can't get them. So we pushed full coolers out of the back of an SUV 5 times, and we operated all the handles and the latches and the hinges a minimum of 100 times each. Now, latches on the premium coolers, they stayed closed no matter what. But the cheaper ones dumped out their ice, handles or pieces broke off, they're just not as tough. Maintenance is really important. You want to be sure you clean and fully air dry your cooler between uses. We wanted ones that cleaned up really nicely. You want to use hot soapy water or an all-purpose spray cleaner, and you want to dry it really well. If you can, prop that lid open when you store it. With a little bit of care, your cooler is going to last years in great shape. Our overall winner is the Yeti Tundra. It comes in a few different sizes, costs about $300, but the Yeti outpaced every other model in cold retention and durability. Since our winner is so expensive, we also chose a best buy, and that's the Coleman 50-quart Extreme Wheeled Cooler. It's about $65. It still retains cold really well. It has a roomy interior. It's got a telescoping handle and wheels like a suitcase. It's not as well insulated, but we still think it's a great value and a really nice cooler. Love our in-depth reviews? Get the latest from our reviews team delivered straight to your inbox. Our well-equipped cook newsletter provides top product picks, no-nonsense buying guides, and must-try recipes. No extra fluff, just the smartest ways to shop, save, and cook. Sign up for free now at americastestkitchen.com/newsletter.
All right, what about the tiniest cooler of all, a Koozie? We tested these because we saw a bunch of the newfangled stainless steel models around. We compared them to a classic neoprene sleeve.
Now, just like the hard-sided coolers, hard-sided koozies actually won the day. This is a stainless steel vacuum-insulated koozie. It works a lot like the hard-sided coolers, kept everything colder for longer. This one by Igloo is our favorite. It has a little rubberized collar inside, and that keeps the drink from falling out. A lot of them had screw-off tops. This one is one piece, and that rubber collar does the same thing. It also keeps the cold inside your can, so your beverage stays much colder for longer. For more information about koozies and our full testing and hundreds more reviews, go to americastestkitchen.com. So now for some tips and tricks for keeping food colder in any cooler.
First up, ice packs versus plain old ice.
Ice packs are reusable, but you need somewhere to store them, and you have to remember to freeze them before you need them.
And in our temperature tests, plain old ice took the day, beating out the packs for keeping food and drinks colder for longer.
Where should you put ice in the cooler for the best performance?
We tested this and found if you are chilling down your drinks or food, you want to put the ice on the top so the cold ice melt drips down and chills everything. If your stuff is already cold, put the ice on the bottom to form a nice cold base. As we know, heat rises. If you want the best of both worlds, put it all over, a little bit on the bottom, sprinkle it throughout, and then a layer on top.
And should you drain the melt water? Actually, no. That ice cold water actually works really well to keep food cold. Just make sure anything that you don't want to get wet is in a waterproof container.
So now you've seen the ins and outs of coolers and can choose the best one for you. What is your style? Let us know in the comments.
For more information about all the gear we talked about today, check out the links below. And for this and hundreds more reviews, go to americastestkitchen.com.
Make sure to like this video and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
And we'll see you next time.
Stay cool out there.